Thanks for joining us with Intimate Queen
Pleasure for me to be here on this podcast.
about the kids. Why kids in your mission?
It should be inculcated in them that money is earned by hard work.
Please tell us about your side hustle. How did you begin? What was your journey?
So, my suggestion is self love. I am an ambassador of self love.
Can we discuss about how women should take this as a priority?
Because once you are financially independent, it is really difficult for you to be dependent on someone else.
It takes a toll on your mental health, on your physical health.
It is really very important to be very vocal with your feelings, emotions, so that there should not be misunderstandings in your relationships.
Hi, Diksha. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to our podcast. How are you?
I'm doing great, Sakshi. How are you?
I am also doing great. Thanks for joining us with Intimate Queen. And please, introduce yourselves to our listeners and audience.
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here on this podcast. My name is Diksha Sethi. I am a certified financial planner. I hail from Faridabad, that is Delhi NCR. I'm a mother of two and founder of Penny Pathshala, whose vision is to empower you, your family, your kids with the financial literacy. Because I believe we all earn money, but what we lack is money management skills. And making your money work for you is the techniques which I want everyone to have in themselves.
I am very pleased to have you, Diksha. And to start our conversation, can I ask you? You mentioned about the kids. Why kids in your mission?
See, I am a mother of two, and in today's time, both the parents are working. They are working hard to give the best of the upbringing to their children. And these children, these kids, these days, they are just a believer that everything can be achieved with the snap of time. And it should be inculcated in them that money is earned by hard work, so you should value the money. That is why I am doing it for kids, and most important, I want that they should have the money management skills from the day they start earning. Even now they earn, we give them the pocket money, right? So they can also save from it, and they can invest it, and they can achieve their goals on their own. And I tell you, the satisfaction you get after achieving your goals with your money is immense, and it cannot be compared with any other happiness.
That's rightly said, Diksha. That's rightly said. And can you brief me about? You told us that it should be inculcated, from the beginning itself, from early age. What about women? Women who are starting now, or women who have started but has took a pause or break due to marriage, due to pregnancy, due to various stages of life, and how should they manage, or what is your take on it?
See, I am also a woman. I am also married, have two sons, and I also took break at both of the deliveries, and when I was blessed with the boys. So at first, I was a little set aback. Like, I was treated as a fresher, because when I started after 3 years, so I was treated as a fresher, though after having so much experience in the employment. But then again, when took the second break, I created a pathway that I'll create a side hustle, and then I'll follow that. I'll upgrade myself in this. So my suggestion to all the women, because it is not avoidable sometimes to take a break, either because of baby health, family, whatever be the circumstances. If you have to take a break from the day one, when you start earning or you think you want to have your own financial independence, always have in mind a plan B, that is your side hustle, which you can follow after you took a break, or you can manage it when you are at home as well. Because even I started my trainings when as a part time, and then I have taken it as a full time and freelancing. So I'm easily able to manage family and the work.
So you mentioned about in your mission that it is very important to start at early age, and you are inculcating this habit to your kids, and but can we when can we discuss about how women should take this as a priority, and financial how financial independence is important for women at every stage, whoever is starting their career, who are taking a break due to various reasons, or are they are starting at the age of 40s or 50s, after having all the responsibilities done and everything. How should you what should you do to be financially independent as a woman or as anybody, but please guide us.
Sure. I would like to address this question not only with the woman, but every individual who is earning. See, you are earning hard earned money with your blood and sweat. So it's really important for you to save. We obviously save. Once we start earning, we save it for our goals. We want to buy a car, we want to buy a house. So when we save this money with the financial goals, the in saving should be invested in the right vehicle so that it should multiply and it should be helpful for you at the time of the requirement. When I talk about women, it is really important for you to have your own corpus which can be utilized when you take a break. Because once you are financially independent, it is really difficult for you to uh, be dependent on someone else. And it should not matter who is your husband, who is your father, who is your brother. A woman should be financially independent, not just because she should fulfill all the requirements, just because of the self confidence and the satisfaction that you have been educated one to utilize that. So always invest at the right age in the right vehicle and as early as you can.
Understood. So, what? Okay, right vehicle, right time, and right investments, or right strategy. I can say that. Can you tell me about your side hustle? You were discussing about the side hustle. You should have a side hustle, and you should be really dependent upon the not only one source of income, but have multiple sources of income. And even if you are not earning yourself, even if you are homemaker, or you are taking care of children or something like that, still you have to have a side hustle. Please tell us about your side hustle. How did you begin? What was your journey? And how are you financially independent?
Sure. I am a certified financial planner, and my husband is a financial consultant. So we have the financial services under one roof. I work with him in his office. But if you talk about my side hustle is Penny Patshala, which imparts training for behavior and financial literacy. So I had a skill of communicating or giving that gyan and lecture to everyone. So I took it as a skill which I can monetize. So I have taken the training part as my side hustle. I am doing as a freelancer. I'm not employed with someone else. So I do it according to my availability and the requirement at home. So this is my side hustle. Every woman and every individual has some skills which can be monetized. So always try to see what is your skill which you can monetize, and you can always have that as side hustle. See, there are a lot of options today to have the side hustle. You can do digital marketing, you can do online classes, you can do affiliate marketing, networking. Many options are there. Just look into yourself and see what is your skill about it. So I am a part of my husband's company. He is into this business from the last 15 years. And my side hustle is my baby Penny Patshala.
Understood. Okay, that's really great. So, how long have you been into financial planning, and what was that journey? currently you are pursuing a side hustle as Penny Patshala, and your main string of income is financial planning. So how did that begin? And what were the challenges you faced, or as a woman, because you are married and you have two sons, I'm sure that it would be difficult for you to sustain in this professional line.
So it's always said that financial line is male dominated, but gone are those days, because nowadays I have seen many women doing really very well in this financial world. So when I was blessed with the younger one, I took a break from my office, and I thought I should give time to him. And what I did is I have taken the opportunity as to study the financial planning. At that time I studied for 1 year, and then I completed my exams. I used to study late at night when everyone used to sleep. So it takes, challenges were there, but I went through with the motivation and the support of family. So now, if you ask me, it is really easy for me to balance it, because it is my own baby. So I work it on my own terms, because I'm a freelancer now. So it is according to you. I work from home, I go to the trainings, and it is always advisable to all the women, whenever you have to take a break from your professional life, take it as an advantage to upskill yourself, so that whenever you rejoin, you are not considered as a fresher. You should add on with your skills, and it will be adding value to your professional life.
That's really great advice. So we have talked up till now that you have a side hustle, start early, as soon as you begin your career, or as soon as you start earning, and start investing, not saving. Start investing in the right vehicle, right time. You talked about how you should upskill yourself if you have to have a break in your professional career, right? So let us talk about, if we are seamlessly working in a professional career, but after a certain age, especially in women, I've seen a lot of health issues occurring after after 30s, because your bone density go down and everything. It doubles up as your stress levels also, because you have more responsibilities, more, because as career progresses, more responsibilities are on your shoulders, at work also as at home. And it takes a toll on your mental health, on your physical health. How you have dealt with it, and what do you think women should do?
I truly understand it, because when I see around myself, I have a lot of friends, a lot of women around me who are just struggling with. I have to manage house, I have to manage work, and it's really psychologically unacceptable. So my suggestion is self love. I am an ambassador of self love. Once you love yourself, if you are happy, then only people around you should be happy. आप खुश नहीं है तो no one else can be happy around you. If you will be frustrated with your job, with your career, with your life, then you cannot make anyone happy. Just love yourself, give yourself me time. Whether it is possible for every day or once a week, it is really important, because as you are settled with your mind, with your thought, then only you will be able to give your best and the happiness around you. So self love is really very important, and this is what I believe and I do.
I'm so, touched with self love that you are at this age, you are talking about self love, because suddenly it has been a new concept. Because many 10 to 20 years back, it would be me time, for ladies, that me time तो होना चाहिए एक दिन, या तो आप सुबह करो या तो आप रात को हो. Now it is self care, and self care is not just 1 hour. Self love is not just 1 hour. during the day or at the night. It is just a part of the self love or self care journey, right? Self care is a continuous process. Even if you are working, take 5 minutes or 10 minutes break, go walk, go for a walk, freshen up your mind. This is also a self-care part. And I'm so glad that we have evolved from that journey. All women are evolved through that journey. What do you do for your me time? Let me ask you, like, this that's the beginning of a self-care journey. So what do you do for me time? How do you relax? How do you calm yourself?
See, for a woman, the best way to calm yourself is to speak your heart out with your friends. So I have a day once in a month where I will not be at home for the whole day, whether I'll be out with my friends, with my kitty group, with my childhood friends, with my mother or sister or anyone. For one day, I am not at home. So that is the day where I charge myself and rejuvenate myself for the whole of the month. So it's very important for a woman to vent it out, because if we keep things in mind or heart, it is not possible for you to have a calm and happy atmosphere at home.
That's again a great perspective on making self-care a priority. And I'm glad that you are doing it. So what do you do on daily basis? Do you meditate, or do you do some kind of exercise? You take care of your diet or something like that to manage your daily life?
See, after 30s, it is really important for you to take care of your diet, or else you will be on strict diet forever. So I usually take control on my diet, and there is a rule at my home that even my kids are not allowed to have junk food in Monday to Friday. Only weekends they are allowed to have junk food. So it's a rule for everyone in the family, not for kids, for everyone in the family. So we believe that we avoid taking junk food Monday to Friday, and weekend is a cheat day and all. So I do take care of my diet, and I do meditate as well, because I believe calmness in mind is really very important.
Right. Uh, Very, very well. And I'm sure that our listeners would be inspired by you to take care of yourself as well as your financial independence and financial management. Do you think, uh, you know, uh, after a certain age, these stress and everything can impact your hygiene, your health down there? There are so many taboos around in India. We don't talk too much about the issues that are intimate to us. And how do you share with your mother, sister, friends about those things? Very personal things to you. You don't even tell about mother. I have seen my mother. She's a homemaker, right? And after a certain age, she started having infections and everything. But she used to tell us, after it has reached a certain level, gynecologist checkups are very important after a certain age. And she used to have checkups until and unless she don't have to have the checkups until and unless she's infected. And she was not even comfortable talking to me as her daughter about these things. And now you have two sons. You live with your husband. You don't have any female companions daily in your life. So how do you navigate all those things that are generally taboo in India, but are very important for your health?
I truly understand this, because we have come from a generation where we were not comfortable in talking to our father, our brother about all these things. But as time goes by, I had a environment in my family over there that we used to discuss everything with my father and my brother. My brother is one whom I can talk to about any personal thing I am, and my husband is very supportive for this. And even I believe I would be teaching my son about it at an early age, so that he should understand what mom is going through and what every woman and female is going through, and he should appreciate it, understand it, and be very positive about these aspects. And I really talked to my husband about it. I talked to my sister, mother, and I told you, na, it's really important for a woman to vent it out. See, mood fluctuations are a very common and frequent thing after your 30s. And the diet we take these days, the stress we have, we all have mood fluctuations. So it is really very important to be very vocal with your feelings, emotions, so that there should not be under misunderstandings in your relationships. It is really important. That is why life coaching is there, sessions are there. So if you need any help, take that as help as well.
Understood. Understood. Very, very, very well said. And to our listeners, please, please vent it out. Please talk to others. Please talk to your near ones who are with you daily, so that they also know what is going on with you, and what is troubling you, what is making you happy, and everything. So I'm glad that Mrs. Diksha is doing all those things. And before winding up the session, managing financial independence, health, and everything is there. But can you give us 5 steps or 5 tips to, be financially independent at any age, at any stage, at any uh, you know phase of your life?
Sure, I would be loving to do this. See, it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you are in your early 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever it is, it's never too late, as it is said. So start saving and start investing, because saving and investing are different things. Saving is not at all equal to investing. Start as early as possible. Once you start earning, you should save and you should invest. Always have a side hustle for yourself, so whenever it is required for you to take advantage of it, do that. And then be financially literate to manage your money. That is why I always stress on being financial literate to kids as well, whether it is male or female. Financial literacy is really very important, that whether your investments are in the right vehicle or not, because is it able to achieve your financial goals, or it will not be able to. Then always invest in the goals, smart goals. Make a smart goal, then invest, because once you have a goal, then you feel motivated towards the investment regime and you religiously follow it. And last but not the least, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do your investments with the principle of diversification, that follow taking risk, taking medium risk, and taking no risk at all. And one complimentary, follow Penny Patshala and get in touch with me to start your transformation of converting your money into wealth.
That's awesome, awesome, Diksha, and I'm so glad that we did this. I'm sure our listeners will be taking these advices, will be following you, and start their journey or resume their journey to be financially literate and independent. I'm sure that our some of our listeners would also take their self care as the priority also. Side by side with financial independence, with earning, self-care is also important. So I'm very, very glad to be able to do this with you, sitting in Chandigarh and sitting in Delhi. I am very happy for this technology, so that we can meet up and have this conversation. um, See you next time whenever we come up with anything.
Sure. It was a pleasure for me to be here and connect with you and the audience who is listening this podcast. And it's really important if you follow these tips and be happy and love yourself.
That's the attitude. That's the attitude. And be happy, love yourself. We are signing off. Thank you so much for listening.